Hi, this is Anne Pimentel. Just feeding back on the Raspberry Pi Inspire project that we've done at Lynn Fripps Elementary School with a grade 7 class with Mr. Mainman, who is the classroom teacher. And we also had Dr. Sam Pimentel from Trinity Western, who was involved in consulting on the Raspberry Pi, and as well as myself, Anne Pimentel, who was learning assistance resource teacher who was implementing the Raspberry Pi Inspire project for the grade 7s. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of our Raspberry Pi project, and we've been doing this for a year. We started in the fall and now it's spring. So we've been doing this for a school year, once a week on a Wednesday for 45 minutes. We instructed the students on how to work with a Raspberry Pi. Now, we had a variety of goals. One of the main goals was that the students would be involved in inspiring technology and being creative, and that there would be opportunities for them to be able to create and be able to do coding and programming with a variety of different programs that are on the Raspberry Pi. So we've looked at Python, we've looked at Scratch, we've used opportunities to code up a camera and take photographs, and we've used a variety of different mediums to teach students coding through this device called Raspberry Pi. Our anticipated outcome was that we wanted the students to get excited about technology, and get excited about programming and coding, and that they would not be a consumer, but they would be an inventor when it came to technology. And I really feel that this project completed that task. And also, we were really into the universal design for learning and including everyone on all levels into coding and programming and getting involved, and we were successful in doing that. The curricular themes and activities that were implemented in the Raspberry Pi were mainly on the Scratch, with creating video games, creating activities, creating mazes. Some students did, one student created a piano. So we did a variety of different multidisciplinary curricular topics. Students did science projects on the Raspberry Pi. They presented on a variety of different subjects that they were learning in their classes. So it was really exciting to see how it touched on all different realms of curriculum, not just science and math. The specific technology that we used was Raspberry Pi. We also had a camera that was also part of the project, and then also the other equipment that was attached to it, screen and keyboard and mouse and cords. So those were the things that allowed us to run this Inspire project. Training. So training really happened through a variety of different resources. So Dr. Sam Pimentel, who's a math professor at the University of Trinity Western, he instructed us and helped us with some foundational stuff on setup and coding. He also came in and taught a couple lessons to the grade 7s about coding, which was exciting. Also, another thing is I've gone to I went to a couple societies and clubs that do Raspberry Pi in evenings and stuff, which was great. So it was great to network with other people who were doing this recreationally. And also met with a couple people who corresponded with a couple people who were excited about it happening in their classroom, some of them actually doing it in their classroom. So it was just a lot of networking, and training came along through various mediums. It was introduced to the students. The baseline assessment happened on the first day. I handed out a questionnaire just generally asking them, what is a Raspberry Pi? What's computer programming? Would you create a video game? If so, what kind of video game would you create? So these baseline assessments really highlighted that students really had a lot of experience being a consumer but not being an inventor, and a lot of them didn't know what a Raspberry Pi was. And which is neat now is that I've given that baseline assessment again, and it's neat to see students really excited about doing Raspberry Pi, and the information that they've learned over the year on Raspberry Pi and coding and creating video games and coding up in Python like a turtle moving, and just all these different opportunities that these students wouldn't have had if they hadn't had this experience from the Inspire project. How was it used by teachers and students? That's the next question. We used it in the class, setting it up. Students learned how to set it up, programming, and then takedown. It was a lot of hands-on. I used the resource continuously throughout the year, and just it's a lot of hands-on. It's a lot of hands-on learning, and that's where really the learning really took place, is students actually engaging in the Raspberry Pi and coding up through using the Raspberry Pi. We did a variety of project activities. They created video games, they created science presentations through this resource. They used a variety of different resources and skills to engage in the Raspberry Pi, which was really exciting. Some main challenges we had was, at first we didn't have all the resources, so it did take some time to collaborate with others to be able to get all the supplies that we needed. But once that was all in our school, it was really actually smooth flowing. We did have a couple glitches with the cameras. Unfortunately, because they are quite delicate, we did have a couple of them break, which was a bit frustrating. But other than that, we really actually, it was a pretty smooth program. We really enjoyed the way things flowed together and came together, and the enthusiasm of the students. And I think also through this program I realized that there is situations where we learn how to get beyond obstacles, and so it's important that we learn that these things come with learning through failure and through things that we come across that are difficult. Descriptions of the main successes of the project. I think the main success was actually students got really excited about computer programming. They were really excited about getting into the Raspberry Pi and coding. Students were going home and asking the parents if they could buy Raspberry Pis with their allowance. So it was really exciting to see the enthusiasm that students were having, and they were going home and doing this for hours at home on their computers, and it was like they were enjoying learning and engaging in technology. The last part was requested for this final project is recommendations, and my recommendation is that people should do Raspberry Pi. I think Raspberry Pi is a great foundational technology, and students get excited about it. I think what's important about it is that students actually become innovators and they become creators in this. So thank you very much. It was a wonderful year, and we're very excited about continuing this project in future classrooms and inspiring other students and staff. Thank you very much.